Deidre Melton, how are you? Yvonne Marsh, little Otis Redden. Virginia Sanchez, how are you? Letitia Askew. Momo said so. Thank you, Momo. Tasha Miller, appreciate you. Dashe Carter, good afternoon. Dana Jackson, hello. Lorena Janeza, good afternoon. Jill Farley Coleman. It's Otis Red, y'all. Jerry Love, what's going on? Diana DeSint, good afternoon. Cynthia Parrish, good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's definitely a beautiful day today. Aziza Kabini, good afternoon. Thank you. I appreciate that. Sometimes you have to give it to them the way you got to give it to them. Kathy Peschel, good afternoon. Muslima Creative Daniels, I like that. Good evening. Eileen Rivera, good evening. Keith Hancock, hold the line, brother. Stephanie Brown, good afternoon. Michelle Tucker, good evening. Thank you. Josephine Richardson, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Pearl Jackson, good afternoon. Devon Sally, good afternoon. Troy Fry, good afternoon. Deborah Patterson. Lawrence Gibson, peace, peace. Amy Thompson, thank you. Elizabeth Allen, good afternoon to you. Yes, please watch that. Hilda Casero Bottles, good evening. Jill Sant, good afternoon, bless you. Thank you, I'll let them know. Philip Baskerville, God bless you. Autumn Mariposa. Got your antibody, that's good, good, good. Yes, stay COVID free. Janice Reddick, good afternoon. Brenda Yvette Brown. Luis Ortiz, good afternoon. Adrian Hall, that's a wonderful song. I love this song. Zamir Bishop. Unemployment. Got to stay on it, man. You got to keep calling. Eva Williams, good afternoon. Levita, hold it down. We at West Ward. Eileen Shaw, Ramon Luis Rodriguez, and Marvin Brown. Thank you. Thank you. Imani Anderson, good afternoon. Wayne Richardson, Freeholder, District 2. Good to see you today. BB Moore, good evening. Trina Thompson, good afternoon. Adrian Michelle Bulls, Bula, great evening. Salima Imani Bay, I like that. Alice Bell. Teresa Davis Dix, good afternoon. Change is definitely going to come. Linda Nguyen, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Sound like Vietnamese. Linda, kinda, good evening, good evening, good evening. Luis Davilla, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you, Brick City Strong. Puerto Rico Love, I love it, I love it. Luciana Pawnee, good afternoon to you. Lori Mimi Walker, good evening. Nikita Rhonda, how you doing? Rhonda Abdul Al-Aziz. That's my middle name, Al-Aziz. Good afternoon. Beatrice Samani Langwa, good afternoon. That's Otis Redding. If you don't know Otis Redding, Nubia Velasquez. Let me give y'all a little bit more shout out. Jessica Boogie, how you doing? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Amina Gardner, Vanis Talaferro, Carlos Rodriguez, Nyla Ham, Kyla Cooper, Iman Ramadan, thank you. G. Greer, Devon Sally, Pamela McCauley, Cynthia Baker, the whole crew, Zuma Guzman, Cole Turner, Constance Scales, thank you, thank you. It's very difficult. Jada Bay, thank you. Let me get to some of these numbers. I got some interesting news for y'all today. I'm gonna keep us on our toes in our community so we could, basically continue what we're doing. And I wish I could tell you this, the second stimulus check, they're working on it. It should be coming out. We need to have a stimulus check every month, right? So in Newark, we're working on something called universal basic income, where we're trying to get the government to give people those kind of checks every month in perpetuity, because we think it's necessary. There's data in the country that shows that many Americans, if they had a $400 or $500 emergency in a month, they would be hard pressed to take care of it. It might crush them. So it's important for us. And data is showing that people aren't wasting that money. They're spending it on rent. They're spending it on food. They're spending it on goods for the house, stuff for the children, the baby. So those are all important things that people need the money for. We should continue to fight for that once this thing is all said and done. Today, we have 6,903 positive cases. 6,903 positive cases. Yesterday, we had 6,892 positive cases. So you have an increase of 11. 11. That might be the lowest that we've had in a long time of positive cases, increase of 11. 549 deaths today, 549 deaths. Yesterday we had 548. One new death. At the press conference, I said the numbers wrong. I said 6,930. It's supposed to be 6,903. So if they call you about that, you let them know. The man was a little dyslexic earlier today. Essex County, 16,980 positive cases and 1,579 deaths. New Jersey has 150,441 positive cases with 10,754 deaths. 5 million cases globally, 330,000 people dead. United States, 1.597, 1,597,130 positive cases with 95,118 deaths, right? East Orange, 1,800 cases, 180 deaths. Irvington, 1,279 cases, 137 deaths. Orange, 894 cases, 66 deaths. So, if you didn't see earlier on the news or the press conference, I told you that New Jersey is in the top 3 states listed by Johns Hopkins University as experiencing the greatest declines in numbers. New Jersey, the greatest decline in numbers. And that's extraordinary for New Jersey because New Jersey was had the second largest amount, and still the second largest amount of cases and deaths in the country, next to New York. Now it's third. I say third because people not including the Navajo Nation, but the Navajo Nation, which is a Native American reservation and nation in the United States, the number of cases have surpassed New York. So that would make them first, New York second, and New Jersey third. But along with Idaho and Missouri, we are at the top 3 in terms of the largest decreases in numbers. This confirmed positive cases by zip code 07102 242, 07103 783, 07104 1384, 07105 1046, 07106 721, 07107 1049, 07108 549, 07112 551, 07114 278. Deaths by zip code. Deaths 07102, we're at 27, 07103 99, 07104 112, 07105 40, 07106 66, 07107 69, 07108 64, 07112 49, and 07114 22. Before I do something else, I'm going to show you the percentage of decline by zip code. So it gets you to see how well your community has in fact been social distancing and paying attention to the stay-at-home orders. And if you can help us make it even better, do that. We want to, this is our challenge, like how to drive our numbers down consistently. And I'm comparing the week of April 5th to April 11th to the week of May 10th to May 16th, right? So let's start with 07101. 07101 on the week of April 5th to 11th has 17 cases, right? 07101 is rocking. The week of May 10th to May 16th, 07101 had 2 cases. Two. Well, 17. So 88% decrease. 88% decrease, right, for that week. 88% decrease. 07102 for the week of April 5th through 11th had 51 cases. 51 cases. From the week May 10th to May 16th, 07102 had 15 positive cases, which is a decrease in 71%. 07102. 07103 from April 5th to 11th had a positive rate, cases of 148 positive cases. May 10th to May 16th, 07103 had 45 positive cases, which is a decrease of 70%. 07104. 07104, week of April 5th to 11th had 238 cases. 07104, 238 cases. The week of May 10th through May 16th had 96 cases, right? That's a decrease of 60%. 60% decrease. 07105 went from 166 April 5th to 11th to 81 May 10th to the 16th, which is a decrease of 51%. We got to work harder in 07105, y'all. 07106 had 137 cases April 5th to 11th, and between May 10th and May 16th had 38 cases, right? Positive cases. That's a decrease of 72%. 07107 had 166 cases April 5th to 11th, and from May 10th to May 16th had 71 cases, which is a decrease of 57%. 07108 went from 98 cases from April 5th to 11th to 22 cases May 10th to May 16th, which is a decrease of 78%. 07112 had 92 cases April 5th to the week of April 5th to 11th, and went from 92 to 33 the week of May 10th through 16th, which is a decrease of 64%. And finally, 07114 had 36 cases April 5th to 11th, and ended May 10th through 16th with 21 cases, which is a decrease of 42%. So everybody had significant decreases. We have to work as hard as 07101 is working. They had a serious decrease, 07101, from 17 to 2. They shut it down, started social distancing, not hanging out, not coming outside, wearing a mask. They went from 17 to 2. That's an 88% decrease. I had to give it up for 07104, from moving from 238 to 96. It's 60%, but that's a huge jump. And we need those numbers to get higher and higher and higher. 07108 had the second largest decrease in numbers. 07108 had the second largest decrease in numbers. That's Clinton Hill. Went from 98 to 22. That's 78% decrease. And so those families up there are social distancing. I mean, of course, you see people outside, but the majority of folks are holding the line, and that's why those numbers are low like that. We're going to continue to give it to you like that so you can figure out what it is that you need to do, to continue to social distance and drive our numbers down. We have a recovery and opening committee that's going to put all the information out. So stop asking me about barbershops being open, please. Come on, y'all. Let's get this thing under control. We have a little bit more discipline than this. We have a little bit more discipline than this. Just a little bit more, right? A little bit more. Let's hang in there a little longer. We closing down. We closing in on it, y'all. There's a little bit more discipline. We go across the finish line with as many people as we possibly can. Some of you people couldn't have made it during Jim Crow, man. Holy smoke. Couldn't have made it during the Reconstruction era and lynching. Couldn't have made it. I'm glad we had Harriet Tubman and not you, by the grace of God. Reminder, we giving out the N95 mask this weekend, Memorial Day weekend. We started today, and we're going to continue into Sunday from 12 to 3 in every ward. Hawkins Street School in the East Ward, First Avenue School in the North Ward, Belmont Lane in the South Ward, Speedway in the West Ward, and Dr. E. Alma Flagg in the Central Ward. We still have our same 6 testing locations up. Do us a favor and help advertise the testing locations because people still don't know that you can get tested. You don't need insurance. You can get tested if you don't have symptoms, and you don't need an appointment. Ann Street School in the East Ward, Sharp James Kenneth Gibson Aquatic Center on Rome Street in the East Ward, Boylan Street Rec Center in West Ward on South Orange Avenue, Branch Brook Park, roller skating rink on Park Avenue entrance, Cityplex on Springfield Avenue, 155 Mount Pleasant Avenue. And stay tuned for next week. We're going to have a couple more testing sites up. Next week, we're going to have a couple more testing sites up. So I just need you to bear with us and continue to send people over to those testing sites. The more people we get tested, the more contact tracing we do, the more we can isolate and identify, we can begin to figure out how to shut this sickness down, how to shut it down for good, as a matter of fact. Shut it down. You'll begin to see red, yellow, green signs all over your community, all over your neighborhood. You'll begin to see those, and that would help you make a decision about where you should go, when you should go, and how you should behave while you're there. And the best thing is you can make a good decision for your family, for yourself, for your community, right? That's what we need you to do. We have to. I know it's difficult. Bear with us, y'all. We have to show discipline and restraint during this time. We have to have care about our community, about our relatives. Let's get rid of our ego for a few more weeks, y'all. Get rid of our ego, get rid of our selfishness for a few more weeks. A few more weeks, y'all. A few more weeks. Let's hold on. Hold on a few more weeks. I know you're getting antsy. You want to go get your nails done. You want to get your hair done. You want to go to the beach. You want to do all these things, but you shouldn't want to do that at the expense of your health. Or if you don't care about your health, you shouldn't want to do it at the expense of your neighbor's health, folks. And that's what we have to be consistent with. And no matter what they're doing around us in other parts of the state or other parts of the country, we have to hold the line where we are right here in the city of Newark. We have to stay focused, stay disciplined, stay together, stay committed to one another, and continue to do what the city has been asking you to do. Continue to do what your city has been asking you to do, or do what's best for you, right? So June 1st, we're going to begin getting plans from businesses from all over the city about how they can social distance. 2 weeks after that, we'll begin to roll out a strategy of what it begins to look like in some of these places. 2 weeks after that, you'll see something else. And 2 weeks after that, you'll see something else. If there is no setback. So we advance. The 2 weeks give us a chance to retreat. So if we see numbers spiking, we can shut it down quickly without going too far, too fast. And that's the importance of that. We need to get the numbers, the number of increases down to 10%, y'all. We need to get the number of increases down to 10% overall. 10% overall, right? 10%. We need to get them all the way down. And some of you have in your zip codes are close, are very, 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 very close. We need to get the overall city down to 10%, all the way down to 10% for sure, right? Somebody wrote, I have to say this, man. It's like, if Harriet Tubman listened to the government, I mean, we can't be that naive, y'all. Come on, y'all. Stop. Harriet Tubman, we talking about safety, security, and health. She made a decision for her family. It's not the government. You should want to protect your family, your own self. The mayor shouldn't be telling you you have to stay in the house. You know that 540 people died in your community that look like you. You should make an effort to stay in the house. And if you know your elders are dying, then you should be like Harriet Tubman and make sure you spirit them to freedom by keeping them in the house and not by forcing them to go get to the beauty parlor or the barber shop. It's the discipline we're talking about, the commitment to community we're talking about, the love for community other than self. She could have ran away and stayed away by herself, but she made a commitment to the community to return and help others. Has nothing to do with government, has something to do with you. Has something to do with you. And we like to talk about government to absolve ourselves from the responsibility to our community. We have a responsibility to our community, a responsibility to our neighbors, a responsibility to the people who struggled hard enough to get us here where we are today. And if you can't see that plainly, then you just don't want to see it. You just don't want to see it. And you're making excuses because you're tired and you want to go to the beach on Memorial Day. I'd rather you say, I want to go to the beach. I want a haircut. I want to go to the restaurant. I want to go hang out with my friends. I want to go to a party. I want to just walk up and down freely. But do not make excuses for wanting to do that. Just say that's what you want to do. I disagree with you. And despite what the mayor says, despite what the governor says, you should want to do that and not follow the people who are going down to the Capitol with masks and guns, telling them they want to go outside. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's think here. Like let's put our all of that negativity down for 2 seconds. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. Open your mind. Open your heart. See what's going on in our community. Figure out how we can work collectively to get this thing out of our lives. And that's what we should be doing. We should be doing that because that is more important than anything else. That is more important than anything else. Anything else. That's what's important in my mind, and that's what should be important in your mind. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing, right? And if it's not the most important thing to you, okay. But it's the most important thing to me, and it's the most important thing to many people in this town. Because you know what? They've been doing a great job social distancing, staying in the house, wearing your mask. Continue to do that, y'all. I love you for doing that. You are saving lives. You don't even know the countless number of lives that you've already saved by social distancing and behaving the way you should behave and not rebelling for rebellion's sake. You've saved lives. You've kept people alive. You slowed the rate of infection down. You've done an awesome job. You made New Jersey one of the only top 3 states in the nation to see incredible drops in cases per day and per week. You did that. You did that, not the government. You did it. You made a decision to listen to facts, to protect your family, to protect your neighborhood, to protect your city. And there are hundreds of thousands of people who are not infected because of you, right? And will be able to open up sooner because of you. And that's the irony of that. Those people who are fighting to open up and running outside doing what they want to do, they're making us stay closed longer. All of you who are doing what we're supposed to do are helping us to move faster towards opening the city up. So God bless y'all. Keep driving those numbers down. You're doing an awesome job. And don't let people tell you you're doing it because the mayor told you to do it. You're doing it because you know it's the right thing to do. You have common sense. You understand data. You love yourself. You love this community. You love your people. And you're going to do what's necessary to keep everybody alive. That's what you should do. It's 100% the right thing to do. And I'm telling you to do it because I know it's the right thing to do, because I see the data. I see the information. I know what's going on. Hospitals are clearing up. We are no longer having to pull dead bodies out of homes, out of senior buildings. The death rate is declining. You're saving seniors' lives in these buildings. There was a time when we had 20, 30 seniors dying a month in some of these long-term healthcare facilities. You guys have turned that around. The effort we put on them, the force we put on them in the city, the fact that some of you stayed away and did what you were supposed to do. You did that. You did that. And I appreciate it. And I'm just telling you to continue the good work up so we can get rid of this thing faster. The last thing I want to say is, when we open up, it does not mean you will not get sick, that people won't get sick, because there's no cure and there's no vaccine. So what we're doing is managing the rate of infection, slowing it all the way down to a manageable place so we can send people to the hospital. And so those who are the most vulnerable are not dying from it until there is a way out, until there's a cure or a vaccine or something that'll prevent us from spreading it at the rate that we're spreading it. Until then, you will likely, there is a possibility and a probability that you'll get infected. In some places, there's a high rate. In some places, there's a moderate rate. In some places, there's a low rate, right? And we're going to put that all over the city to delineate for you where those areas are and what events you should be involved in and places you should go. We're going to do that so you can make a decision on your own. We're going to do that and continue to do that. Continue to do that until we feel like we all are safe here in our community. We're going to continue. So be on the lookout. June 1st, we're going to put out what we have probably a couple of days before then, so people will know what will happen June 1st. 14 days after June 1st, June 15th, something else will happen. 14 days after that, something else will happen. 14 days after that, right? So it's not so far away. Hold on. That's only if our numbers continue to fall. So if our numbers begin for some, something happens wrong, they begin to go in the opposite direction tomorrow and continue that way for the next week, then we're gonna slow down. We're gonna slow down and stop. We're gonna slow down the move towards opening. We're gonna slow it down, and that can only happen if people lose faith and lose hope, and they get out here and start running around doing what they want to do, and not paying attention to social distancing, not wearing a mask. Listen, if you have to come outside, put on a mask. If you absolutely must come outside, put on a mask. Urge and encourage other people to wear a mask too. It is the right thing to do. Wear a mask, wear a mask, wear a mask. Somebody told me about the gloves, that we need to be cautious about gloves, and they're correct, right? So you can't wear the same pair of gloves all day long. Like you wearing the gloves all day, then you go to the supermarket and you touch stuff with your gloves in the supermarket, you're going to infect the things that you touch. You need to dispose of the gloves in the garbage. Have a few gloves that you can put on and do what you have to do. When we go to these supermarkets and stores, you may require them to give you some hand sanitizer or require them to give you some gloves as you walk in the door, because that was a good point somebody made yesterday, that people have been walking around with their gloves all day, then they go to the supermarket and they touch everything in the supermarket and contaminate it. And that is absolutely a fact, right? I like the way Whole Foods does it downtown. When you go to Whole Foods, they give you a cart. They have a wipe station right there. You can pull the wipe out, wipe the cart down, wipe your hands down, whatever it is that you need to wipe down before you even enter the store. That's an excellent model. I think it needs to be duplicated throughout the city. People need to continue to do that to make sure when people come in that they in fact are safe and clean, and making sure other people are safe coming behind them is an excellent model. So that needs to be duplicated throughout the city. We're going to advocate that other establishments begin to do the same thing because we have to continue this as much as we can. We have to continue this as much as we can. I was trying to read a poem, but the San Francisco, now the internet is terrible now. If you do not subscribe to the paper, you can't even read it. It is a author in San Francisco wrote a poem called Quarantine 24. Check it out. Awesome poem. Asian sister wrote a poem called Quarantine 24. Look it up. Read it for me on your own time. Quarantine 24. I believe her name is Kim Shuck. Check it out. She's from San Francisco. A hell of a poem about sheltering in place. Because I know it's difficult to shelter in place. It's difficult. And I would rather people have the courage to say that. I'm having a difficult time sheltering in place, instead of trying to diminish the importance of sheltering in place, right? And there's no excuse not to have a mask, right? The city is giving out masks. We've given out thousands of masks, right? So it's not really an excuse. And you don't need a mask. You can put on any covering on your face that you want. A shirt, a handkerchief, a bandana, anything. You can put it on your face. So there's really no excuse not to have a face covering, except you just don't care. Right, and so it's important that we in fact encourage people to wear the mask and do what it is that we ask them to do. I want to thank y'all once again, man. I'm gonna read those declines the same way I read those death numbers, because not only do we need to know how many people are dying, we need to know how bad we fighting back here. We doing it. I mean bad. As in good, I'm old, bad meaning good, right? Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good. Like how bad and tough we are driving these numbers down. We've been driving them down 60%, 68%, 70%, 88%, doing an awesome, awesome, awesome job. I'm going to keep reading that to you, giving you the encouragement and the wherewithal to keep battling these numbers in the opposite direction, keep saving people's lives, keep standing up for your community, wearing the city on your back, regardless of what they say, what they do, how they ridicule you, how they talk about you, how they bring you down. Stand up for your city, stand up for your community, stand up for your family, represent us all and represent us good. June 18th is the full graduation for the residents, for your seniors in Newark. Full graduation, June 18th, citywide. It'll be the most powerful graduation you've ever seen, ever been a part of. God bless y'all. Stay strong.